So hi beautiful people, hi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I missed you guys. Um, Today I'm going to be giving you a bit of my testimony and why I decided to start my YouTube channel. Yeah. So, uh, 2 weeks ago, yeah, I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel. I've been telling my sisters and my best friend that I want to start a YouTube channel, but I never had the courage to do it because I was afraid of people won't follow me, people won't subscribe to my channel. I was afraid of my content. I was afraid of putting myself out there, being vulnerable, speaking my truth. So I didn't have the courage to do it, and I let fear build up in my mind that I had so many questions. So, about 2 weeks ago, I went home. Yeah, so when I went at home on a Sunday, we were in church, and during the service, when the preacher came to preach, he talked about God given talents, how we're supposed to nurture our talents, how we're supposed to use our God given talents to praise the Lord and to worship God with them and to glorify God with the talents that He has given to us. So I felt like He was speaking to me in a way because I believe that I'm called by God to speak, to teach His word, and I was so afraid of doing it because I felt like I'll be judged. I felt like I'm not good enough. So I kept pushing it over. And even with my crocheting, I felt like I'm not gifted enough to teach people. Yeah, so there was so much fear in my mind that gave me the discouragement that I wasn't good enough to do anything. So before the service ended, um, there was a man who was sitting behind me, and apparently he was sick. So when people were standing up for worship and prayer, the man fell down. Yeah. So when he fell down, people came and picked him up and took him outside to help him. Yeah, he's okay. He recovered, but that got me thinking, that hit me so hard. I started thinking, what if today was my last day? What if today was the day that I die and I met God? What will I tell Him? God will ask me, I gave you this and this and this. How did you use it? What will my answer be? What if I died and I didn't achieve my purpose? What impact do I want to leave in the world? What impact do I want to leave to my sisters? What impact do I want to leave in my society? So after that, I told myself, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it afraid. And if it works, well and good. And if it doesn't work, I'll tell myself I tried. So it's better to try to do something than not to do it at all. So after that, I came back from home and I just started. Yeah, I just started. So today I wanted to speak about fear. Yeah, fear is something that the devil uses with our minds. He uses fear to tell us you're not good enough, to tell us you're not beautiful enough, to tell us we cannot do anything. And fear prevents us from reaching our purpose. So I wrote down a few things about fear and how to overcome fear. So one of them is fear is from the devil. Um, Nothing comes from God, that is fear. God doesn't allow us to have fear. Fear comes from the enemy. The enemy uses fear to prevent you from pursuing your purpose. The enemy will tell you, If you do that thing and it fails, what will people say? Or if you write that book and no one reads it, what will you feel? Um, the devil has a way of using fear to feed our minds that we end up not doing anything at all. Can you imagine how many people have died and they were never able to do what God had called them to do because of fear? I just hope that you're not among them. I don't want to be among the people that die and didn't achieve what they were created to achieve. Yeah. So fear is from the devil. Anytime you feel fear, just know it's not from God, it's the enemy coming to you, and you should be able to reject it. You should be able to speak it out and let the devil know that you're not afraid and you do not want anything to do with fear. Yeah, so fear stops us from getting to our destiny. Yeah, fear, uh, when you have an idea or a vision or a purpose for your life, then fear comes in. Fear will tell you you're not good enough to be a model, you're not beautiful enough, you're not good enough to be, uh, let's say, a businesswoman, you're not gifted enough, or you're not gifted enough to be a fashion icon. So when fear kicks in, you say, you tell yourself, yeah, I cannot do this, and you end up not doing it. So you prevent yourself from reaching that purpose that God had created for you. And God gives another person your talent. So you'll end up being miserable. You're old and thinking, what if I did? What if I tried to do it? So don't wait for what if, just do it. Okay? Yeah, so fear brings anxiety and then depression. This may cause the use of drugs in order to overcome fear. So yeah, when fear builds up, it may bring you anxiety. And then anxiety is a sort of disorder which comes with depression. And when someone is afraid and depressed, they end up going to drugs so that they cannot think about their problems, so that they cannot think about the things in their mind. They just want to get away from everything. Yeah. And all these things, when they build up and you become a drug addict, whatever the drug is, it becomes so much harder for you to come out of it. So when you feel that fear is starting to kick in, don't let fear prevent you from reaching your destiny. Don't let fear discourage you from achieving your dreams. Don't let fear discourage you from pursuing that thing that you want to pursue so much. Don't let fear prevent you from reaching your destiny. Don't let fear destroy your life by using drugs. Don't let fear drive you into suicide. Don't let fear do that to you. Yeah. So how to overcome fear? Prayer. Prayer over fear. Pray over fear. When you feel like fear is kicking in, just pray over it. Say, I declare and decree fear to get out of my mind. I declare and decree power. I declare and decree courage. I declare and decree boldness. Declare those good things in your mind that you want them to come in your mind, and let them overcome that fear. Yeah. So pray over fear every day. Pray over fear every day. Pray over fear when you feel it. The moment you feel you're afraid of doing something, just pray over it. Train your mind to overcome your fears. Affirm your mind, think positively, and worship. Yeah. So train your mind to, when you feel fear, start affirming yourself. Tell yourself, I'm beautiful. Tell yourself, I'm courageous. Tell yourself, I'm an overcomer. Tell yourself, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Tell yourself, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So you are able to do anything. Imagine if God is on your side. God is the Father of all creation. God is the most powerful person in the whole universe and beyond. So imagine if God is in your side. Why should you be afraid of anything? So affirm yourself. When fear kicks in, affirm yourself and worship. Worship works for me. When you feel there's fear, just put on some worship music and worship and worship and worship. Trust me, it will go away. Avoid telling everyone your plans and your dreams. Instead, tell God. So if you are thinking of a certain dream, or if you're thinking of doing something that is so good, don't tell everyone. Not everyone is on your side, so people will discourage you, or someone might say something and bring fear in, so you'll end up not doing that thing because someone told you, it won't work, or someone told you, I don't think you're good enough to do that thing. So they bring in fear and they validate what you've already feared in your mind. So they make you think, yeah, they see what I see, I'm not good enough. So avoid telling people your dreams and what you want to do. Just instead tell God. No matter how big it is, no matter how you think it's impossible, just tell God your fears and your dreams, and trust me, God will do it for you. Yeah. So in Isaiah 41, chapter 41, verse 10, the Bible says, do not be afraid, I am with you. Let nothing terrify you. I will make you strong and help you. I will protect you and save you. So God tells us that we should not be afraid of anything, that we should not be afraid of pursuing our dreams, that we should not be afraid of what we want, that we should not be afraid of our dreams, but instead we should ask for help from God, and He will help you, I will protect you, and I will save you. Yeah. So there's another verse from Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 to 6. It says, trust the Lord with all your heart. Never rely on what you think you know. Remember the Lord in all you do, and He will show you the right way. Never let yourself think that you are wiser than you are. Simply obey the Lord and refuse to do wrong. So trust in God in all you do. Trust in God with that business plan. Trust in God with that idea, and just pray to God and let Him lead you and let Him direct your path. And trust me, you will achieve your goal. Okay? Yeah, so the last verse I'm going to read to you is from Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. The Lord said to Joshua, remember that I have commanded you to be determined and confident. Don't be afraid or discouraged, for I, the Lord your God, I am with you wherever you go. So this is when Joshua was taking over from Moses, and he was supposed to lead the children of Israel to their promised land. But Joshua was afraid of how he was going to take over from Moses. We all know that Moses was a great person, so he was so afraid of taking the lead. But God told him to remember that I have commanded you to be determined and confident. Yeah, so in whatever you want to achieve, in whatever you're dreaming of, just be determined and be confident in the Lord and pursue that thing. And I promise you that you will achieve it. No matter how long it will take, you will achieve it. It took the children of Israel 40 years to reach the promised land. So it doesn't matter how long it's going to take, as long as you have a dream and you have a vision and you believe in God. And God is telling you that's what He wants you to do, then pursue it with all of your heart and with all of your strength, and God will make it work for you. Yeah. So my encouragement to you and my prayer for you today is that don't lose hope. Don't let fear control you. Don't let fear drive you. Just go forward and do it. Do it with all your strength. Do it with all your mind. Do it with all your heart, and God will direct you. You can also check out, there's a book called Do It Afraid. Yeah, there's a book called Do It Afraid by Joyce Meyer. Yeah, she speaks so much about fear, how fear controls our mind, how fear prevents us from doing the things that we want to achieve. I'll put the name in the below so that you don't forget. Do It Afraid. Do It Afraid. It's a good book. Yeah, she says that if fear kicks in and you want to do something so much, just do it afraid. Just take the first step and let God lead in all the things that you do. So yeah guys, that's what I had for you today. Don't be afraid to chase that dream. Don't be afraid to start that business. Don't be afraid to pursue that dream, because you don't want to die without achieving your goal, or you don't want to die and people say that she didn't do anything. You want to die knowing that you lived your life to the fullest, you achieved your dreams, you impacted someone's life. So in whatever you do, just remember that live in this world, everyone has a purpose, everyone has an assignment given to them by God. So find your assignment and chase it with all your heart and do it with all your might, and God will bless you and God will direct you. Yeah, so that's what I had for you guys today. If you have any questions about this topic, uh, put it in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and see you guys in my next video.